every Friday. Check out the channel, subscribe, DaraSportsPT, subscribe to the channel, get notifications for live class. We have 30 minutes, we have some core work. If you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, optional for today, bring it. We're probably going to use it for some of our squats and core work. So we're gonna start off in standing, go through a little vinyasa yoga warm-up. It's okay if you're not great at yoga. We're just gonna use this as a warm-up, getting our hips and body and back and everything warmed up. Then we're gonna take it to the floor. We've got 3 moves, power abs, 3 moves of some advanced core work. I will show options, modifications, modify as needed. I'm a physical therapist as well as a strength coach, as well as kettlebells and yoga. Listen to your body, modify, right? No injuries. Work with what you've got. Inhale, reach to the sky. Let's start off in standing and just going through our quick yoga vinyasa sun salutation A sequence. Just get some length in the spine here. Elongate, lengthen, exhale, forward fold. Bring the arms all the way down. Knees are nice and soft. Keep the back nice and relaxed. We're starting off slow this first round. Just check in with our bodies. See how everything's feeling. Shake the arms side to side. Nice stretch for the lower back. One more breath here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Straighten those knees out if you want more of a stretch in the hamstrings. This is your hip hinge. Brace with your abs. Hold the stretch. Feel the stretch in the hammies. Tuck the chin in. Bring the hands down to the floor. Step back into plank. First plank of the day. We do have some planks in our warm-up. Modify always for your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Push away from the mat. Engage your shoulders. One breath here. Tuck the chin in. Exhale, knees down, slowly lower, chaturanga, nice and controlled. Again, first one, nice and mellow. Just taking it easy. Uncurl your toes. Inhale up, little baby back bend. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. This should feel like a nice stretch on that lower back. Not pinching, just gentle. Go gentle here. Last breath, exhale down. Uncurl your toes. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Pedal those feet out. If you're like me, you are a tight calf person. Stretch those calves and ankles, pedal the feet out. This should feel good. Flatten out the upper back, not a rounded back. Flatten, drive your hips up high to the sky. Get a nice little stretch, maybe in the hamstrings as well. Pedal the feet. Let's go through this sun salutation again. Round 2, last breath. Walk the feet up. We've got a lot to cover today in a short amount of time. Rolling up slowly. You don't need a lot of time to get a good workout in with some core and strength and mobility. Inhale, second round, reach, lengthen. Inhale through the nose, exhale it out through the mouth, breathe it out. Knees are soft, keep the back nice and relaxed. Hang out here for one breath, round 2. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten out the knees if you want more of a stretch. Don't forget to brace. Last breath, hands come down, plank number 2. We do have some push-ups and planks later. Hold it here, one breath, tuck the chin in, strong shoulders, spread those fingers wide, stability. Exhale, knees down or all the way down, chaturanga, nice way to work on your push-ups, upper body, chest strength. Uncurl the toes, come up into cobra. You can also come all the way up into upward dog if this feels good on your back, right? Getting some nice extension in the spine. All day we are hunched and slouched over a computer, a phone, a bike, whatever, car. So enjoy this extension of the spine. Your spine needs movement. Last breath, exhale back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog, pedal the feet, last round, and then we're moving on. So we're gonna add some weights optional today, right? But if you have them, grab them. Nothing heavy, right? Just adding a little bit of core strength and weights together. Walk the feet up, just adding some difficulty to our program, adding some resistance training when we can. Inhale, reach, last time. Exhale, forward fold. One breath. Halfway lift, flat back. Straighten the knees. Hands come down, plank, last time before we move on. Hold it here. Tall plank, strong shoulders. Exhale, lower. Elbows close to my sides. Chaturanga, uncurl the toes. Last back bend, inhale up. Enjoy this up dog or cobra. Pull the shoulders out of your ears. Engage your lats. These big back muscles support and stabilize your lower back as well. as the shoulders. Last breath here. Exhale back down. Get ready, we're moving on. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Let the heels just drop. We're gonna add on, moving on. Take your last breath here and just let the heels drop. Enjoy this downward dog, nice active pose here, right? Stretch that calf. Ooh, I feel it. When you're ready, walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come to the back of your mat. Step your fingers nice and wide. Let's finish with a little bit of nice mobility, walking out into inchworm into our plank. So we're gonna go from mountain, reach the fingers up nice and high. I'm taking a nice wide stance because I wanna come down here, flat back position, and walk all the way out. And then walk it back. And the reason I'm stepping nice and wide with my feet is so that I can give my hips some space, so I can be here and I don't look like this guy, right? Here. Inhale, reach. Walk it out, plank. If you want to add a push-up, do one. Humor me, right? Just try to get in one. Never a bad idea. Get in one push-up, walk it out. Again, this is at your own pace. We're just using this as a warm-up, maybe sneak in a little bit of upper body, right? I'm always trying to sneak in. How much upper body can I sneak in to my cyclists and my runners? Get them full body strength. But also how much upper body can I sneak into my core work? So let's just do a few more and then we're gonna come into a chair pose, which is a squat. You're gonna grab your weights in just a second. Let's do one more. Just like this, walk it back. Again, just using this as our nice hip, ankle, knee warm up. Last time. And then we're gonna come into standing, grabbing your weights. You have options here. Now, I just have one kettlebell today. If you have 2 dumbbells, that's okay. If you have one weight, I would suggest you hold it at your chest for your goblet squat. If you don't, we're gonna do pulsing air squats. Here, feet are nice and wide. I'm gonna stand. If you don't have the weights or you wanna hold them here, that's gonna be okay as well. And if you have no weights, you're gonna come here and down. Now the form and the position for the squat is the same. Draw up the feet, arches engage, draw those arches up. That should help to push the knees out. And then I'm gonna sit back in my chair pose. If I'm doing chair like this, I'm coming up and down. Nice flat back. When I say flat, I really mean neutral, but my abs are braced and I'm not doing this, right? So whatever your position is, grab your weights, squeeze the weights to your chest if you're doing your goblet. Arches are drawn up, knees are out, glutes are engaged, eyes looking forward, sink low, come back up. That's all you're doing. Nothing too exciting. Nice back squat, right? Our chair pose. Dumbbells at your sides, equally great. We're gonna go through a few of these. If you have no weights, I want you to try and sink low. So hands are touching the floor. If they don't, that's okay. Focus on that back squat. Sinking back, my entire foot, however, is engaged, right? So my weight is in my heels, sitting my booty down, but my entire foot is planted, 3 points of contact, my big toe, my pinky toe, as well as my heel. That's your base of support. Weight is shifted back. Everyone's squat is gonna look different, right? Your depth may be different. Work on this depth. We're going nice and slow. We're just getting a couple reps in here, warming up. Let's do a few more and then we're gonna take a break. So we're just gonna do 2 rounds of our chair or air squats. Good, drop the weights. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale it out, shake those legs out. Let's do one more round. So whatever you wanna do, whether it's weighted, unweighted, air squats, your call, heavy weight, light weights at your sides. Grab the weights, set yourself up, squeeze the shoulder blades back, engage, no matter which chair or air squat you're doing or a squat. Exhale, sink low, and back up. Last time. Again, with my goblet squat, if I'm grabbing at my chest, I like to have that weight really close up to my chest. It's not here, it's here, right? Squeezing the shoulder blades back. I'm pinching my lats. That's going to help me stabilize and support my lower back. So in other words, I'm not rounding my shoulders here, I'm pinching the shoulder blades back. Let's do a few more, and then we're gonna move down onto the floor and get ready for our core power abs series of 3. 3 more here. 2. 1 more. Drop the weights carefully, coming down onto the mat. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow. Just get our back. Finally finishing with a little bit of that mobility in our warm-up. Cat-cow, this is just mellow. This should feel good. Almost everybody loves a good cat-cow stretch. Really articulate through your whole spine. Now, our core series today is advanced. I will show you options. We're gonna do a seated Russian twist. So if you have the weights, we're gonna use them. And then we're gonna come onto our back and we'll do a dead bug. And I will show you options with the dead bug with the weights. And then we have a flutter kick or hollow body hold last. Advanced, right? Some advanced stuff. Really move through that spine one more time. Arch it up and release. Come into seated for me. Let's get into that twist. So again, if you're grabbing the weights, now is your chance. If you don't have the weights, this is still a great oblique exercise. Sit up nice and tall. Grabbing behind the thighs. I'm going to lean back now. Legs up. If you don't have a weight, so you just want to challenge your core and balance, this legs up position with your twist is pretty hard. Find that balance point. Now, if you have a weight or two weights or a water bottle and you want to add the weights, add them in. Just add a little bit of upper body, a little bit more work to our core. I always pick one, right? So when it comes to balance and core, I say focus on one. If you're going to add some weights, focus on that, right? The problem is a lot of times if we try to do too many things, either we're kind of just doing both of them half-assing, or you just risk your form kind of going to shit. And that's not the point at all of these exercises. It's not to hurt our back, it's to strengthen and make our body resilient. That's why we're adding some weights, adding some challenge, adding some dynamic movements, but in a controlled manner and with intent and focus. So if you have the weights, really work on that rotation, right? Get some nice rotation in your spine. So this is also not only a good way to strengthen your obliques and your core, but it's also a great way to work on your mobility of your thoracic spine, your upper back, your mid-back, rib cage. Really rotate, rotate, rotate. Let's do 10 more. This is a long first round. 9, 8, 7. Then we're moving on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the weights at your side. I'm going to show you options for this dying bug next. If you do not have weights or you just want to do your regular dead bug. So dead bug is arms and legs moving opposites. You want to stabilize here first. In other words, my lower back is glued to the ground as my arms and legs move. So if I'm doing my dying bug here, right? I'll scoot down so you can see me a little bit better. The goal of this is, it kind of looks easier than it really is because as my arms and legs get away from me, my lower back needs to stay 100% connected to the floor. In other words, if you're lifting, there's even the tiniest bit of space here, that's wrong. Brace with your abs, keep the control here. That's the point. Now, if you have the weights and you just want to add a little bit of challenge, a little bit of upper body, I like to hold them here, right? You can do other things with them, but at the very least, I'm adding a little bit of stability, a little bit of shoulder work, just with this overhead press right over my chest, holding it here. I like to do a few of these with the head elevated. This head elevated position should feel like a crunch. There's a reason I teach crunches. It's not for glamour muscles, and it's not just because it's a crunch. It's because when you elevate into that crunch position, you get more stability here to add complexity to these moves, right? So don't be afraid of the crunch. It is a basic exercise for core strength, but it's also your setup. It's setting up your foundation for engaging and stabilizing here and connecting this front body and keeping that lower body engaged and connected as well. So don't hate on the crunch. That's the moral of that story, right? Ultimately, if you can't do this, it's still that crunch position, right? Let's do 4 more. 3, 2. Then we have our hollow body hold, which is that same crunch position. We're just adding complexity, hollow hold. let the knees just rock side to side. Now your hollow body hold is incredibly advanced. So if you do not have this part mastered, you do not have the next part mastered. It's going to be even harder. I will show you options. Your option A to modify hollow hold is here in your Pilates hundreds position. You're just holding. Option 2. Option 3 here. Option 4, I'm going to hold the weight overhead, right? You pick. We've got 30 seconds of a hollow body hold. That is challenging. If you have the weights, you can hold them even further over your head or just right here. So let's lift and hold. 30 seconds. Again, this is pretty advanced. If your lower back is not maintaining connection to the floor, bend your knees. Lift into a crunch more. That will help. Keep that lower back pressed down. We've got 30 seconds, so we have about 12 seconds left. And then we're coming back into that seated Russian twist. I suggest head is up to maintain that pressure. In 2 and 1, bring the weights down. Roll yourself back up into seated carefully. Position yourself. Let's do round 2, Russian twist. We're not stopping, sitting up nice and tall. Now, if you don't have weights, I will demo that version. Start back in, up to you. Even if you don't have weights, you can grab a water bottle, something like that. This is, I think, my 8-pounder, not sure. 8 to 10 pounds, right? That's a 10-pound weight. Feel that's appropriate. You can go 5 pounds, really up to you. So again, if we're working on our twist, work on that rotation. Really engage your obliques. Now I'm not sinking into my lower back. I'm still sitting up nice and tall. My back is engaged. I'm working every part of my body, not just my obliques. Finding that balance point. My 2 little butt bones, sitting on that balance point, sitting up nice and tall, breathing, rotating, really moving through my mid-back. That's your thoracic spine. That needs to move. Running, swimming, biking, life. You need some nice mobility and suppleness in your spine. 10, 9, 8. Add a little bit of speed here. 7, 6. Got to mix and match. 5. Play with the tempo. 4, 3, 2, 1, come onto your back. We're not taking a break. Dead bugs, whatever version you want to do, start back in, engage, place that lower back onto the floor by bracing your abs, keeping your core engaged, lifting the head up for that crunch, maybe for a few, just to see if you're doing it right or just to increase that pressure and that connection into that lower back area. Dying bugs. If you want to make your dying bugs more complicated and you don't have the weights, extend the legs further, right? So straightening the legs out, extending further away is going to make that even more challenging for you. So pick whichever version you're doing. Again, we have 3 rounds. So we want to make the most out of our time here. Challenge yourself, but perfect form. Engage, brace. This is stability, not just strength for our core. Let's do 4 more here. 3 more, and then we have our hollow hold. 2, 1 more. Bring the feet down, rock the knees side to side. Give your lower back a nice little quick stretch here. Hollow body hold. We are starting in 3, 2. Grab your weights if you want. 1, lift and hold, brace. 30 seconds. Again, here is going to be easier. The further back that weight is going, the more you are going to have to really work your core. This is challenging. There is 0 space in my lower back crease right now. I am using my abs, crunching up as much as I can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. That one should never feel bad on your lower back, right? If it is, you're doing it wrong. Change the position, bring the knees in more if that is a struggle on your lower back. Last time here, Russian twist. Let's finish up strong, good form. Again, I love to sneak in weights to all of my core work because it is a way to get in more upper body, strengthening. That upper part of your body is your core as well, right? Your posture, right? Increasing that, opening up that chest, nice upright position. Not only for posture, for longevity, for life, for full body health, but that is also going to be a part of that core, which gives you that efficiency and that strength and resilience on the bike, running, swimming, whatever your sport is. Again, sitting up nice and tall, add the twist. I actually prefer the dumbbells when I do these. Just a little bit easier to hold and twist and rotate with, up to you, grabbing whatever you have. Let's do a few more. And then we have our dead bugs. Again, so this series of 3, I always pick 3 different moves for my classes. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll see I have tons of other classes under my core class playlist. Mix and match, right? Challenge different aspects of our core, not just the holds, not just the rotations, moving the arms and legs, etc., etc. 4, 3, 2, paying attention to my form as best I can on your back. If your form is faltering, take a break. But you want to get to that point where you are challenging yourself into some fatigue, because that's what you have to do in your sport. So make this challenging. Add some weights. Add some diversity to your movements. Don't just do planks all the time, right? Nothing wrong with a plank. Nothing wrong with a crunch. Nothing wrong with your glute bridges. Just make sure you're changing it up, adding some complexity and or progressing the weights. Plenty of other core workouts on my channel as well. If you subscribe to the channel, let's do 4 more here. Almost done, you guys. 3, 2, 1 more. All right. Hollow hold, last one, and then we're going to start to get into some lower back and strength and stretch and cool it down. Get ready for that hollow hold. Last time, you decide how you want to hold. If you want to hold in 3, 2, 1. Last time. 30 seconds. Again, easier is here. Arms at your sides. Harder extended. 10 seconds, guys. And then we're going to flip over when we're done with this and do some lower back, little Superman, superhumans in 3, in 2, in 1. Carefully drop the weights. Done with those, guys. Roll over onto your belly. Let's do some superhumans. Opposite arm and leg reaches. Nice little easy lower back strength to start to cool it down. Get ready for our cool down. Lift and hold for 2 and relax. Think about length. I don't want a bunch of arching in the lower back. I want you to think about elongating, lengthening through your spine, tucking the chin in. I'm still bracing my abs. This should not feel like it's just pinching on that lower back. It should feel like it's strengthening and engaging that whole posterior chain. From my shoulders down to my back, my butt, legs engaged. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. A little bit of bracing with the abs, lengthening with the arms and legs. Elongate that spine. Just like we started off in our warm-up, reaching, lengthening, nice healthy spine. Just adding some general lower back strength. This one should feel good, not pinchy or painful. Let's do a few more. And then we're going to do a nice little hold at the end one more time. And then I want you to lift arms and legs and hold it up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, sit back into child's pose. Let's stretch and cool it down. Every class is different. Sometimes I'll do a little bit more lower back, a little bit more glute work. Today, definitely focused on some weights in the beginning and our core. Come back onto your back whenever you're ready. Let's cool it down. Again, this is your chance to get some mobility work in that is suitable to your body. Modify as needed. Your body is different than mine. As always, this should just feel good, never painful. Right? Rock the knees side to side. Focus on the breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Relax. A little resetting that nervous system. Relaxation. Stretch it out. Lengthen that left leg long. Shake that left leg out. Roll the feet, ankles, and toes around. Get some nice movement happening in those toes, right? As your base of support, keep them healthy and strong. Hug that right knee in with your left hand. Bring that knee across your body. Find that position. Open that right arm. Find that position that for you, wherever your knee is going, feels like a good stretch. right? Maybe you're getting a good stretch here in the booty, lower back. So your angle, this may look much different on your body than mine, right? It depends what you're trying to go for. If you're just trying to get into that glute and hip stretch, then my lower back is going to stay relatively flat. If you want to get a little bit into the lumbar spine, a little bit of a nice stretch into the lower back, if that feels good, rotate off the mat even more. Again, opening up this right arm, giving my chest and rib cage a nice stretch. You don't have to keep the knee in one position. You can move it up and down. Again, listen to your body. This is your chance to kind of work through everything and just see how everything is feeling, right? Head and neck is relaxed either way. One more breath here. And then we're going to come back onto our back for a figure 4. Come back onto your back. Bend that left knee up, place that right foot onto that thigh, let that knee fall out. If you just want to hang out here and you're getting a good stretch into that right hip, go for it. If you want to get deeper, reaching through, I like to grab here behind for my figure 4 stretch. My dog might join. Oh, he's ready. You ready for the cool down? Yeah, he's ready. Ready for the cool down slash stretch slash walk. All right, good. All right, so we're going to all stretch. He's going to help us stretch. Huh? You stretch? I know. Not yet. Not yet, buddy. Roll the shoulders out. My dog is bored of my core class. He can't be bothered. Roll the shoulders. Keep the head relaxed. Shake it out. Release any tension. Enjoy this stretch, whatever version you're doing. Last breath here. We're going to move to the other side. Unwrap that right leg, shake it out. Again, if you have any other stretches that feel good, now is your chance. You have your own little PT program. Add it in here. I do that for a lot of my patients. I say, hey, finish with your PT or warm up with it. Roll the ankles and toes around. Left side, bring that knee across your body. Same thing, other side. Open that right arm out, left arm out. I'm getting my left and my rights confused today. Again, sink into this, lean into this, breathe, inhale through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. Maybe every breath you can get a little bit deeper. This should just feel good, like a nice, gentle stretch on the glutes, maybe lower back. Never going into pain, just nice stretch. Hold it here, one more breath. Finishing our cool down, finishing class. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for notifications of other classes and check out the core playlist. Reach through tons of other core workouts for you here. Figure 4 stretch, maybe again, shake the head, release any tension, roll the shoulders out. We're almost done, 30 minutes, and that's it. Getting it all in. Just hang out here and let's do one more breath into our figure 4 stretch. Just enjoy that nice deep hip opener. We are almost done with class. Last breath here. Unwrap that left leg, windshield wiper the knees, nice and gentle. I'd love to give this one to people who have a little bit of lower back tightness. Nice and mellow. Let the knees just rock side to side. Let your pelvis, low back, SI. Move, gentle, roll to your side. We're almost done with class, guys. Sitting up, in seated however you want to sit. You do not need to sit cross-legged. Just sit up nice and tall. Let's focus on that tall spine that we started off class with. Set your intentions for class always. What am I trying to get out? Is it core strength? Is it mobility? Is it posture? Is it all of the above? Lengthen, sitting up tall. Inhale, reach. Exhale it out. One more time. Let's do a little twist, and then we'll be done with class. Inhale. Let's add that nice little upper back twist. Left hand, right knee. Rotate. Twist. Finish it off. And then we are done for today. Inhale, reach. One more time. We are almost done. And then one more back to center, and that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I will see you next class. Message me with any questions, issues, whatever. Take care of yourselves. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.